10 years old, 4 languages, that's the moment that I have to leave the stage. Wow.
Hello, everybody. And I'm so excited to be here. And you can see that excitement on my social media because I've been doing post after post after post. And I've been saying that I'm coming to Art Directors Festival, and I'm coming to Art Directors Festival. And some people sneak into my direct messages and ask me, what's your age? And I'm going to answer them right now, right here, that I don't carry my age. I carry my attitude, because my attitude can take me to any altitude. And here comes the best part. Age is not even woman-made, so let's use it in our own benefit, y'all. And I want to thank Art Directors Festival for believing in me and not my age. And I'm honored to be on this stage to share with you why we need to claim our rights on the new wave of the internet. And I'm a 5th grade student, and when we talk about STEM in school, we barely talk about the woman who shaped this field. We don't talk about these women. Marie Curie, that's one, that's it. But this is what I wanted to share with you. The names that need to be told, the secrets those stories behold, the legacies of our DNA untold. It's time for our rights to unfold. And when we don't know our rights, how will we claim them? When we don't know our story, how will we make history? And that's why we need to know how to claim it. Claim our past and claim our future. And that is what we need to create a woman-made world that is equal for all of us. So I want to share with you 2 reasons why we need to claim our rights on the new wave of the internet. And as you know, I'm just a girl. So the story that shapes us and the history that shapes us. So the story that shapes us are fairy tale books. We hear them from when we're little kids, and we're so obsessed with them. And it took me 10 years to realize that all the stories show princesses as hopeless and helpless. They don't know what to do. Well, a rabbit, a bunny, an insect can help them out, but they can't help themselves out. It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, I'm going to share with you the history that shapes us. Has anybody in this room wondered why most of the population uses their right hand to write or simply do things? Because when women were considered as gatherers, they held the baby in their left hand, so it gets soothed by the steady heartbeat of the chest, and they use their right hand to do things. That means we are the right hand of the world. We're the creator of anything and everything that we want. Well, why do we think that young girls are the most intimidated because of numbers and maths and science? Well, I have an answer to that with a very personal story of mine. I lived in India for the first 9 years of my life with my grandparents. And I came to the US 1.5 years ago, not that long ago. And I was scared. I didn't know how to adapt to the culture, how to tell my story confidently and courageously. I was getting bullied every single day of school. I would come home and cry every day. And one day, I was playing football at gym. It's a class in our school. And I was playing football, and 2 girls come up to me and say, "I see something red in your pants, oh my God." And I'm like, okay. And they make me nervous over and over and over again, seeing that I have this feeling of not knowing what is happening. They're still not supporting me. They were ganging up on me, I was feeling terrible, and they made me nervous over and over again that I peed my pants in front of everybody. And they were laughing at me. And they didn't see that the feeling of this, I didn't know what to do. I was not feeling the right thing. And like, I go home and I say to my mom, "I'm not gonna go to school for the next 2 days. I can't do this. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna handle this?" And my mom says like, "It's natural. And you're not even on your period." I'm like, okay. And that's when I realized that because of my periods, we created the lunar cycle, the lunar calendar, and the principles of counting in numbers. Well, who created the lunar cycle? My period. Who created the lunar calendar? My period. Who created it? Who created the number system? My period. And who created the numbers you see on the stock market every day? My period. Who created the numbers you see on the money you count and what makes you rich? Well, my period. So let's get it right. Period. And we created a number system, and girls are the ones who are the most intimidated because of it. And the bottom line comes down to this. When we don't know our history, we don't make history. And, well, girls' abuse and discrimination remains unrecognized, but it still exists. Girls' stereotyping remains unrecognized, but it still exists. And that is why a woman-made world needs to exist. That is why we need to have a sense of belonging, and that is why we need to know our history. And you might be wondering why I'm saying woman-made world and woman-made world. Because that is what Queendom is about. And I'm going to give you a quick look at what Queendom really looks like. So that was Queendom. But you might be wondering, how does Queendom work? What is Queendom? So let me explain you. So Queendom Metaverse is an online platform where young girls come together, no matter of their background, and they show their creativity fearlessly and have access to commerce opportunities, capital, and coaching, capital, community for them to have access to commerce opportunities and showcase their creativity in fearless ways. And we have galleries where they can do that. And just imagine a young girl who came from Afghanistan, Syria, or Ukraine, and they don't have a sense of belonging. They don't want to be seen as refugees. And I came to the US 1.5 years ago, and I had everything that a kid who newly came could imagine: a roof on top of my head, good education, everything that I wanted, but except the sense of belonging. So what are those refugee girls going to do? They don't have a sense of belonging. Well, that's why I created the Queendom Metaverse, for giving them the sense of belonging. And that is why I am here as the creator of Queendom, because I created Queendom for that exact reason. If they create a bedroom or they design it, they become a designer. If they create a gallery and put their art in there, they become an artist. If they design a online store and they sell their product, they become an entrepreneur. So many possibilities we can unlock. But according to UN Women, there are 1.1 billion girls worldwide, and they're being labeled because of these reasons, like lack of competence and skills, fear of embarrassment, fear of talking in front of others, and a fear of being seen as bossy, and negative peer pressure, which we face on a daily basis. Well, young girls face that on a daily basis, and I know how it feels, and I know how hard it is. And using Queendom Metaverse as a force for good, that is what it is. And I created Queendom Values for this exact reason, because girls should need to know what their standards are, what they should be living by. Queens never quit. You're the future queen, so don't quit on your dreams. This is my message to young girls, and you're worth of everything. Don't let someone put a price tag on you and say, oh, you're worth this much. No. You're priceless, but you're not a princess. That's what I can tell you. Empower each other and rise up. Lift each other up. Enough of that drama with not helping you out, ganging up on each other. Doesn't help you. Doesn't lift each other up. Doesn't empower anybody. And girls are always expected to be perfect, and we have to do these exact things to meet up with the society's expectations, which is so annoying. And girls cannot be perfect, but we can reach excellence. And that is our standard. No, I can say if needed. Why do I always have to say yes? It's so annoying to always say yes. Oh, I never have the option to say no. That doesn't seem right. So we say no if we want to, and if we say yes if we want to. Oh, don't do the obvious, just be yourself. You're the one out of the billions. You don't have to be like someone else. You don't have to meet up with society's expectations. Just be you. And oh, I'm not bossy. I get things done. It's your opinion, keep it with yourself. Too bad. It's my thing. I'm getting things done. I'm sorry, but actually I'm not. Because I'm being unapologetically myself. And my queendom is built on my terms. Why do I always have to live by your terms? Doesn't make any sense. And Queendom Values are those terms. And Queendom Metaverse is the first online platform built on young girls' terms, made by a girl and made for girls between the age of 10 to 18. And you might be wondering, what are we doing with this space? So there's something really exciting happening. So I just want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to transport you to New York Times Square, the city that I love, and that's where I shine first, where I got my first funding as well. So I will want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to transport you to New York City Times Square, and I want you to see yourself right in front of it. You see all the billboards covered in Queendom art where young girls showcase their talent. They have their art on it. Already gives me the queen vibes. Just saying. And then we have this global stage right in the middle of New York Times Square where young girls between the age of 10 to 18 can come, showcase their talent, and I'm going to tell you all about it in one quick second. And then there is all the stores around it have Queendom merch and young girls products, which means they're becoming entrepreneurs. And I launched a scholarship in Grammy Museum, Los Angeles, where 6 young girls will have the opportunity to come and showcase their talent. And that is how we're doing Queendom Metaverse. And let's stop asking for permission and let's take action. And let's own it. I own it. My story, my history, and my glory. This is what I own, and this is how I claim my right. I own it. I speak my mind. My risks is all it takes to be free. And this is how I claim my right. I own it. I'm not bossy. I am brilliant. And I am the right hand of the world. I own it. I am not crazy. I'm capable. And I'm the pioneer of numbers. And this is how I claim my right. I own it. I'm not invisible. I'm invincible. I carry the secret code to the human race. And this is how I claim my right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Aayati, thank you very much. It's an old tradition in Germany. If we like people, we bring them chairs. This chair is for you, or this chair. So I think it's no question how impressive your case is. I think it's no question how impressive it is to have you here. But I have 5 questions I'm very interested in. Are you ready? My first question for you is, what motivated you to create your book, LEADhER?
What motivated me to design LEADhER is my woman ancestors, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mother, who have inspired me to see my woman lead hers. And we have this stereotype in society about women superheroes. And it's like they have a weapon, they have a cape, and they look this specific way, but it's not that. It's more than that. And that is what motivated me to design LEADhER, is that 60 women leading change in 60 different ways and solving 60 different problems. And I want to say this, that women and young girls are not raising their hands to say, hey, I faced this problem. No, we're not doing that anymore. That we're raising our hand to say, hey, I'm going to solve this problem, and that's what LEADhER is about.
Okay. So these are some persons who inspired you. Do you have also kind of role models in your life?
Well, I have to say sorry, Mom, but my role model is my grandmother, because she, when I started understanding things when I was living in India, trust me, all my friends were saying, oh, I live with my parents, oh, I live with my parents, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're not normal over here, I'm the normal kid over here. Like, that's how I thought about it, and I have to say my grandmother is really brave.
Okay, sorry, Mom. How does Queendom work?
So Queendom is an online platform where young girls come together, showcase their talent, have access to coaching capital, community, for them to have access to creativity and showcase their creativity and have access to commerce opportunities. And we have also this section in Queendom Metaverse where companies like BMW, Verizon, these companies can come together and teach young girls how to code, how to learn how to code, how to manufacture their products, how to design their products. And these are out-of-school learning stuff, but they teach young girls a lot, and this is the future, so that's how Queendom works.
Talking about the future, what would you say to people who told you that you're maybe too young for such kind of decisions?
Well, this is what I want to say to all of them, that if you say that to me, well, this is what I want to say to you, that young girls are never too young or never too old to take decisions because we belong in all places where decisions are being made and our future is being decided.
Wow. I would say this is the best sentence for the end. Thank you very much for having you here at the ADC Conference 2023. All the best for you. What's next? You told you're going to Cannes?
I'm going to Cannes and yeah.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Aayati Dash Kar.